Hey guys, Johnny here at the bench, and today we're going to show you how to make a cool little mod to your OG Nintendo controllers. We're going to make this area right here illuminate with an LED. I just picked up some of these controllers pretty cheap. This one actually came from eBay. I bought a lot of them. They're kind of dirty, they need to be cleaned up anyways too. I usually take them apart to do that. So I figured, hey, why not make a video? Just did one of these earlier today, and I figured I'd make a video on how to do the whole thing. You're not going to need much for this. Screwdriver to get into it, obviously. You're going to need an LED. It's a whole bunch of LEDs I got on Amazon. They're cheap. You're also going to need a 100 ohm resistor-ish. Technically speaking, you could do it without the resistor, but you're going to be sending 5 volts directly into the LED. LEDs are usually 2.5, 3 volts, so your LED could burn out or just not live as long, so the resistor is definitely recommended. And you're also going to either need a knife, which I used to use to cut a hole in this. Lately I've been using a drill. I'm going to do the drill method because it is so much easier, but you could do it with a knife too. So the first thing you want to do is, if the person who sent you this on eBay has zip tied it, you're going to want to cut the zip tie. I'm not sure why they did that, but whatever. So you will need something to cut the zip tie with. Just kidding. And there's really nothing special to get into this. I'm making a mess everywhere. You just need a, small screwdriver to get in here. And I'll go ahead and start getting these out. I've got stuff everywhere. Anyways. Hopefully I'll fast forward through most of this so you ain't got to watch this whole process. Look at that, came right out. Okay, so we're going to not lose all our screws. We're going to put them someplace else. Alright, here's the back. We're going to put this to the side for now. This is the inside of a NES controller, really not much to it. There's your little shift register. We could just pop this right up. It's got a little strain leaf here. You just pop those up like that, and that whole board comes out. Alright, and we'll be wiring into this here in a moment. We're going to put that to the side for now. And here's the inside of your buttons and everything. This stuff gets caked with grossness, as you can see. Pretty gross. I'm probably going to clean those off. But for now, we're just going to take these out, put them to the side. They just fall over. Something funky on this D-pad, ew. Gross. This one's not too bad inside. Not too bad. So basically what we need to do is remove this sticker. Yeah, this is a sticker on here if you don't know. Some people never really mess with this. This is where a blade can come into handy to try to pry up the edges here. What I usually do, I usually start on the side with the D-pad. I'm just going to take my knife. I'm trying to get a good shot of this. Let me move my mic. It's probably going to make a loud noise. Sorry, that was really annoying. I'm just going to take my knife here and go into one of these edges and just kind of pry it up just a little bit. You might have to kind of cut. The problem is my knife has lost its point. Yeah, so this isn't the greatest knife to do this with. But if you're persistent, you can get it. Some of them are so old they just pop right up. Some of them are a little more stuck on, which is actually a good thing. This one doesn't want to come up, of course. There we go. See, just get that little bit right there. And then you can kind of get enough so you can grab and kind of come down. You can see it starting to spread there. And you want to just start pulling it, but you want to go very gently. You don't want to tear this. It will tear. It's pretty tough, but it will tear. You want to see the glue just start peeling off. And you just want to go real slow with it. Nice and easy. I usually try to support where I'm pulling at. Nice and easy. Beautiful. And this kind of come to the top and then work our way down. Boom, perfect. This is very sticky on the back, which is good. You want to kind of put this to the side-ish for now, but whenever you lay it down, lay it that way, that way you're not laying on like sticky, and then you're messing up that, because you're going to kind of reuse that. I mean, it's pretty sticky, but ugh. So what we want to do now is we need to cut this out, and what's funny is you can kind of see where that Nintendo logo was, because it's faded a little lightly there. So that's actually really good. You can take an X-Acto knife and you can start to like score the edge of where you want to go, like this. It scores really easy, as you can see. And just kind of cut that area out. That takes a long time with an X-Acto knife. It's a good way to do it. Steady hands, just keep scoring, keep scoring, keep scoring. But what I like to do, some of them have like a little bit of like writing here, so you can really make it so you can do it from this side. But what I like to do is I like to use a drill, just with a standard drill bit, and just drill some holes, and then use my side cutter to cut it out. And that's basically all I do, is to come right where I want to start that, which is about here, and I just start to drill. Just like that. Back it out. Now I've drilled the hole there. Sweet, perfect, and go right next to it again. Start to drill out some more. Oops, not the right way. It'll look good, of course, but once we put that sticker back on, all this is going to get covered up. And when I first did my first one, I thought I was going to have to put some sort of like piece of plastic, like clear plastic, over top of it, because I thought it was going to feel weird. You can't even notice this is gone once it's all put back together. Alright, so got that mainly cleaned up, kind of, sort of, not really. We're going to start to work on the board now. This is super simple, guys. Pretty much you'll see those two little gold spots right here by my thumb. They're terminals, what are you going to call them? Vias, actually, is what they're called. But this is where the 5-volt rail on the Nintendo controller comes through. The left side is the negative side, the right side is the positive side. Here we have a red LED. You could technically use any color LED you want, but it's not really going to look right unless it's red, because it's shining through a red sticker. But on most LEDs, the short leg, see how one leg's a little bit shorter? See that? Does that look better? The shorter leg looks worse. The shorter leg, there you go, is the negative side. The longer leg is the anode, the positive side. Most LEDs are like that. I have seen some that aren't. Some have a marking, like one side of the LED will be flat. It really depends on what kind of LED you're using. Wherever you're getting your LEDs from, they should say, but 99% of the time, short leg is the negative side. So what I do to start this off, I need to turn on my soldering iron. That would help. Anywho, we're gonna put that short leg in there, so I'm gonna kind of bend this out a little bit here, just a hair, and we want to put this right in that negative hole, but we also want to be able to bend it to the left like that, and this way you have enough room for that LED to come through. So I'm gonna bend it just like about that. It's okay if it's touching those other connections for now. We're going to cover those up. Obviously, you don't want to do that when you're finished, because that'll cause some issues. But yeah, I'm just going to take some solder and do that. Again, don't judge my soldering right now, because I'm behind a camera and it's awkward. But it's pretty quick to do. So let it fall completely where you don't want it to. First step. No, don't do that. You can move it around a bit once it's soldered in there. You just don't want to crack the pad by moving it around too much. But we're going to see him put again. Perfect. That is probably got my other one there too. Perfect. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we need to put a resistor on this positive side. This will just cut our voltage down. This is a 100 ohm resistor. These LEDs are rated for 3 to 3.2 volts. So this will cut it up enough. If you have a different resistor value, good as me, LED value, you can go online and look up like calculators. They'll say, hey, how many volts do you have? Well, in this case we have 5 volts. And how many volts is your resistor or your LED? Okay, well, you need this resistor. As long as you're pretty close, you're fine. And again, technically speaking, you probably don't even need the resistor, but if you're pumping more volts through this thing than it can handle, the lifespan of the LED is going to be pretty short. So, pro tip right there. So what I like to do here, I like to put this resistor through. But I like to leave a little bit on it. So we're going to leave a little bit there and then bend it to the left. So see how we got that bend there? It just kind of holds it in place a little bit. We're going to move this out of the way. That's perfect. We're going to dab a little. Oh my goodness. Just messing up everything. Hopefully you can see that okay. But yeah, we're just going to dab some solder on that. You don't want to bridge those two because it's not going to work if you do that. If you do it, it's pretty easy to unbridge, but try not to do things like that, you know. Oh, I should turn my fan on. Oh well. Boop. Perfect. That's in there. And then we're going to come right there. And we're going to make a little cross pattern like that. Perfect. So we made a little pattern. I should smooth it down some more. But right there, we're going to put a solder joint right there where they meet. Goodness me, I've got so much stuff in my face. Well, I've completely missed because I'm looking through a camera. Messy but good. And that's on there. Now we need to trim up these ends. And we're going to use those cutters again that I've completely misplaced. There they are over here. And we're going to cut this away here. Where'd that go? Who knows? And we're going to cut this away here. And we kind of bend it flat. And then we're going to come on this side and do the same thing here. Cut those away. Boom. Now we got an LED light installed there. We're going to take some electrical tape. And we're going to lift this back up for just a moment. So it's kind of up there. And we're going to put some electrical tape behind that so nothing gets shorted. Again, you're not going to like start a fire or something if it gets shorted. Oh, this electrical tape is like crappy. But this way we're not shorting on anything. And that can come right over there. That doesn't matter. And that's laying right on there now. And you want some finagle room in here because you're going to have to finagle this back into the casing, which we're going to do here now. If I can find it. So here's our top case. We're going to go ahead and put in these gross buttons that I didn't wash because I forgot to. Now we're going to take this and we're going to kind of put this back on. Easiest way to do is look at these right here. Make sure they line up. And it's gonna lay down in there. And you can see something's not quite right. It's my LED, which isn't far enough down, as you can see. See the LED hiding in there. So we're gonna have to finagle that down some more. Perfect. That's good. Good as new. Alright, now we're going to go back and grab that sticker, see if we can get that applied back on. It usually always has enough glue to stick down again. But you could always reapply some glue. There's something funky on that D-pad. That's gross. Let's see if I can get that off. And you really can't feel that hole right there. You really can't. Alright guys, got the controller put back together. I'm going to dim the lights in here. I'm going to turn off my overhead. Turn this one off. And let me turn this backlight off too. Boom, nice and dark. So I think I got the Nintendo working enough to power on and stay on. Let's see. Boom! There you go. Nice LED modded backlit Nintendo light. Probably need to move the LED just a slight edge over there to make that a little bit more even. It's not too bad now. Looks pretty sweet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can try it with different color lights, but I don't think it's going to come through very good since that font is red. But that's it off. This is how it normally looks. That's how it looks when it's on. Pretty sweet, huh? Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you try it yourself. It's pretty simple and pretty fun, quick, easy project. Takes maybe like 15-20 minutes to do. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.